Hello, my friends. I have another dedicated candle review for you today. I hinted at this earlier this week when I did my Kringle Candle Valentine's Day preview video. But today we are going to be talking about Kringle Candle Reserve Sunflower and Suede. Now, this candle is not a new release. This candle has been available since, I want to say, September of 2024. However, this is a candle that was sent to me back then in PR. And at the time, I sniffed it and I enjoyed the fragrance, but you guys know I'm a seasonal burner, and I was like, yeah, this isn't a fragrance that I would really gravitate towards during this time of year, which again, at that time was early September. But I said, you know what? I think that I will like this fragrance more towards January, February, because the fragrance notes in here give me some Valentine's Day vibes. So let's go ahead and talk about this candle. This has a pour date of August 20th, 2024. The fragrance notes on this are top notes of bergamot and saffron, mid notes of rose, suede, and nutmeg, base notes of amber and floral. So you might be thinking, Katie, this was marketed as a fall candle. Why now? Why do you want it now? I mean, there's a lot of you guys who are like, we don't care, we're mood burners. We burn whatever we want, whenever we want. So this doesn't come as a surprise to you. But here's the reason why, you guys. Those mid notes of rose and suede are the standouts in this candle. This to me is a beautiful fragrance. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have to be really careful with rose scents because the classic, like Yankee fresh cut roses, is so headache inducing to me. It's almost nauseating. Like, I cannot do that fragrance. It is just way too much for me. Typically, when I have a rose fragrance, it needs to be cut with something else to tone it down. And I have to say that this fragrance is done so beautifully. The rose note is the star of the show in this candle. However, that suede note is the necessary supporting cast. It is needed because it cuts through the like headiness, I would say, of the floral rose note. That base note of amber also lends a little bit of warmth and perfuminess, but this is not like your stereotypical, like, I hate to use this phrase, but like old lady grandma perfume type of scent. It's not that at all. This is very, very sophisticated. I don't really detect bergamot in here, which to me, bergamot is kind of like a citrusy type of vibe. It's a little bit like fresh. I don't smell any of that, but I could see a saffron note again being in here to lend maybe a hint of sweet perfuminess in here. I know that saffron is a note that is used in one of my favorite perfumes, which is like the dupe for the Baccarat Rouge 540. That is a note that is popular in there. And so therefore I could see why they would use it in here to kind of lend a little bit of sweetness. Nutmeg also might lend some warmth, but don't get it twisted, you guys. This is not a gourmand fragrance in any like planet. This is definitely a rose and suede fragrance. Very, very similar. I feel like I have smelled a fragrance like this at Bath and Body Works in the recent past. Some of you guys might be able to chime in down below. Those of you who follow that brand a little bit more, you might be able to say what candle that was. But it also reminds me of, I believe that I got my nose on a Homeworks candle. I think it was called Suede Rose. I think it was available at QVC, but then they had it at my local TJ Maxx Marshalls about a year ago. And I remembered actually contemplating purchasing it because I remembered liking it on Cold Sniff. But at that time, I was on such a mission to use up my collection that I was like, nah, I'm going to pass it up. And then sure enough, this one comes into my collection via Kringle. So I really, really enjoy this fragrance. I think it is perfect for this time of year because, again, it's not marketed as a Valentine's Day candle. Personally, I think the marketing is half correct on this candle because I do smell the suede note. Sunflower, absolutely not. I think that they were using that probably for fall marketing. They were trying to put in a floral fragrance to appease the floral lovers, the year-round floral lovers at that time of year. But this, to me, is definitely should be called rose and suede because that is definitely more accurate to what my nose is detecting. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. We've got good, healthy wicks here. This is one of their large 2-wicks, 100% soy vessels. You can see it's kind of that transparent black glass that has become synonymous with the Reserve line. I'm not getting any wild wicks here. You know, it's a healthy flame, and I have been trimming them afterwards, but it's not excessively carbon ball-y, you know. Wicks are performing well. Strength and throw on this one has been very good for me. I don't know if that's because this candle has been sitting for a few months. The pour date on this candle, I can't remember if I mentioned it, is August 20th of 2024. So this one has been sitting for about 5 months before I lit it up. But strength and throw on this, you guys, I'm going to give the strength a solid 8. Throw on this is a solid 9 in my house. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're not familiar with the layout of my home, environmental factors, square footage, all of that, I do have that listed down below in the description box, so that way you can familiarize yourself with it and see how it compares to your home. But in my home right now, in the open concept, from the first burn, this candle, the strength was about an 8, which is perfect to me, honestly, with this candle, because like I said, rose can be very heady and headache inducing for me. And so I feel like the strength of it is perfect. It's not going to be offensive to people coming into your home, particularly if they are fragrance sensitive. You know, if they've got a lot of allergies or they're prone to headaches, I don't see this one being a headache inducer. Throw on it is very, very good. It has thrown all throughout. It filled up my open concept living room. It went all the way to the doors of the bedrooms. It threw all the way into the kitchen, which is off of the open concept living room. The living room has high ceilings in it. It's performing very, very well for me. But again, not so strong that I felt like I needed to extinguish it after like 2 hours. I have been able to let it burn for quite a few hours, and it's still very pleasant. All of my family actually complimented this fragrance. They were like, "Ooh, I like that. It's a little bit different. Like, it's not like your like generic rose scent." They're like, "I smell rose," but they're like, "Yeah, I kind of like that suede note in there." It just kind of like amps it up a notch and makes it smell a little bit more sophisticated. So this fragrance definitely gets 2 thumbs up from me. If you're planning to shop the Valentine's Day drop and you're kind of looking for, maybe you're looking for a floral instead of a gourmand fragrance. Sorry, you guys, I'm currently filming outside, and I hope that my my mic takes that out. We've got dove in the background. We've got some quail. We've got a plane flying overhead. We've just got all sorts of noise today. Fun fact, my oldest daughter has switched to doing virtual learning this semester. And so she has herself all set up on my kitchen table, which is why I'm outside. But anyways, I wanted to go back and say that if you are planning to shop the Valentine's Day drop this week, consider throwing this one into your cart, because this is a good one, you guys. I am surprised by how much I love it. That being said, do I feel like I need to have backups of it? No, I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. I have been pairing this with my Homeworks Spun Vanilla Sugar, which you guys might think that's kind of an odd combination, but I've been burning that candle in my bedroom, and I feel like that candle combined with this, there's like a sweet gourmand of that mixed with this that I don't know. I kind of like it. I actually, I still don't have the new reserves in my collection yet. At the time that I am filming this, but I'm very curious to see if this fragrance would pair nicely with maybe some of those new chocolate scents that have come along. I'm really, really liking this one, and I'm surprised by how much I enjoy it. Not backup worthy for me, but definitely does get 2 thumbs up for me in terms of it being a unique fragrance. Maybe unique's not the word, but like a sophisticated fragrance. Plus it just performing very, very well for me. Oh my goodness, another plane flying overhead. I guess that's my cue that this review has reached its end, I should say. So feel free to comment down below if you have this one in your collection. What are your thoughts? Do you also think that this should have been named Rose and Suede or Suede and Rose? Because that's kind of what I think it should have been named. But regardless, it's a very, very nice fragrance for this time of year. Please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new here. I do a lot of dedicated reviews like this, hauls, empties, and a lot of other fun like candle content in between. So if you like candle videos, I think you'll like it here on my channel. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.